Okay, I want to do a demonstration of blind contour drawing. Now, blind contour drawing is an important exercise in drawing because it really focuses on observation. And that's one of the things that we find is really lacking with folks is the ability to kind of really look and concentrate and observe and see the kind of optical information that's actually in front of them. So this is an exercise where you look at what you're drawing, but you don't look at the drawing itself. The drawing is just a record of the movement of your eye. So for this drawing, you kind of have to imagine that your eye and your pencil are connected, that they're moving in sync with each other. They're moving at the same rate of speed and they're moving in the same directions. And so the parameters of this drawing, how this drawing is conducted, is very important. The drawing needs to be a single line. You never lift the pencil off the paper, and you draw only information that your eye actually passes over. For this drawing, you might start with the outer edge of a hand and then move into inner, other information of the hand provides you a lot of different information from folds and bends and fingernails and scars and hair, and you get folds that occur, and you have imperfections and blemishes that you wind up drawing. But you're really the job here is to observe and really look and see the information that's available. So when you do this, you want to do kind of an interesting or atypical pose. You don't want to do a flat hand like that. You really want to give yourself some more information, some overlapping stuff. So when you do this drawing, because I am not going to move the camera around, I'm just going to keep it on the page. I did a little illustration of exactly kind of the pose that you might assume when you're making this drawing. So you're looking away from the drawing, and when I make this drawing, I'll be looking away. And sorry, I'm not holding it still. I'm not getting good light. I'm going to edit my visual system here. But you're looking at the hand. You're not looking at the drawing. Well, the drawing is going on while you're just keeping your focus on the hand. And that's what I'll be doing. You'll see the pencil moving around, and you can be confident that, in fact, I am looking at my hand and not at the drawing. So that's kind of the setup here as you work. So here's my paper, and then away from the paper right now, I'm holding my hand and looking at my hand. So I'm going to do the drawing. I'm going to try to make it life size. But one of the things that you'll see, the drawing is going to be distorted. It's supposed to be distorted. It should have the information. It should show kind of the path that my eye is traveling, but it will it will be distorted. So remember, it's a line that your pencil never leaves the paper. So I'm over here, I'm looking at my hand, and this is the general pose I'll be looking at, just so you know. I'm just going to keep my hand like this so you can see some overlapping, some bends and different things in the hand. So I'm going to be looking at that while I draw over here. Now I'm looking away from the drawing. I'm going to start down at my wrist. And I'm just going to kind of start the line going. I see a few hairs. My eye's actually kind of traveling along these hairs, and then it's moving up, and it's on the outside of the hand now, but as my eye is actually following the edge of my thumb, and I see some little folds in the thumb there that I'm kind of going to record, and they kind of round over the thumb, and then I've hit the thumbnail here, and I'm kind of drawing the thumbnail, and here's the top of the thumbnail, and there's a little cuticle there. I'm going to travel back along the thumbnail to the tip of the thumb, and here's the rounded top of the thumb and the kind of meat of the thumb, and as it comes back down, there's another little fold and bend here, and then lots of folds and little information of how the hand kind of creases and the palm, kind of a deep palm here. Now what I've done actually now is I followed one of these folds of the palm, and now I've hit the pinky, and my eye is starting to travel along the bottom edge of the pinky, and there's a little fold there, That takes me, oh, there's some little hairs that my eye's kind of traveling over. Takes me back up to the top of the pinky and some of the information of the knuckle, the bends, the folds in the flesh there. Now I'm traveling along the pinky back to the tip of it, and I see the little pinky nail extending over, rounding back around, and then the edge of the nail there, and then my eye actually jumped up to my ring finger, so I'm just going to let the line, whatever my eye does, that's what the line will do. And I've got my wedding ring on the edge of my finger there. The line is traveling back up to the top of the knuckle of the ring finger, extends back up here, and then I got the nail of that, and I'm kind of drawing around there, and I got the little small cuticle. I got some little hangnails and things there too. But anyways, so you can see this is a blind contour. Now these are time drawings. You're going to try to do these for about maybe 5 minutes. I forget, there's some time constraints on your drawings. Let me zoom in a little closer here. I'm just going to move the camera down so you can see, you know, the degree to which distortions occur. Now you can see some information here that looks pretty accurate for, you know, kind of can tell that's a big fat thumb, and maybe you can see some fingernails and things in here. I moved kind of quickly as I was going along, and hopefully you'll move a little slower and gather information a little bit more carefully. But that's the idea here with the blind contour. You're just looking away, you're focusing on observation and letting the drawing become a record of the movement of the eye. The focus here is on observation and concentration. The drawing is a record of that observation.